How do you guys say his name? Is it Benoit Blanc?
Benoit
Blanc.
There's no W.
Benoit. What are you talking about?
There's no W.
That's how you. It's a French name, dog.
Benoit, dude.
It's Benoit Blanc.
Like Chris Benoit.
Yeah, that's how you spell it.
Oh,
Benoit. All right, welcome to another episode of Nerdy Volume. And today, we're going to be talking about Knives Out 3. What is it, The Dead Man's Tale?
no. Wake up, dead man.
Wake Up Dead Man. Oh, man.
How very PG.
Yeah, and we have Benoit Blanc coming back.
Benoit Blanc.
Daniel Craig.
Yeah, you know, I didn't even realize that this is his series. It's like he's like the Sherlock. You know?
I know. This is his third one from Ryan Johnson.
Benoit Blanc. So is Benoit Blanc, is he from Louisiana? He gotta be.
You got that southern twang?
He got that southern twang, and Louisiana has a lot of Frenchmen, or at least French.
That's true.
Yeah. The French Quarter. The French Quarter.
I think you're right.
I hope I am, because the way he talks, he kind of has that like jambalaya kind of accent. Is that racist, or is that stereotypical?
I don't think it's racist,
I don't think he's racist
but
either.
it is stereotypical.
Yeah, definitely stereotypical. He has that jambalaya voice, yeah.
Jambalaya?
The jambalaya.
Wait, isn't jambalaya a food?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Oh, I don't think I've ever had jambalaya.
It's actually pretty good.
It's a
I like
southern
it.
food. Yeah, it's very
It
delicious.
has rice.
It does.
Is that why you like it? That was racist.
And I didn't say that. But that's the reason why I like it.
Disagree with me.
I just said that's the reason why I like jambalaya. And gumbo.
That has rice too.
I've never had gumbo either.
You must.
I swear, I like rice.
You know? He doesn't like rice. He doesn't like rice.
But isn't it usually like fish inside of gumbo? Or can gumbo be of different products? Or like different...
it's a meat dish. Gumbo is meat, so it could be any...
any kind of...
Yeah. I think it's the way that the sauce
protein.
is cooked.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Oh, yeah. It's like a stew, I want to say, or like a curry.
Yeah.
Kind of like a beef stew.
Yeah. Venison.
I only know gumbo from Forrest Gump.
Yeah,
Bubba?
Yeah, Bubba Gump shrimp.
Yeah, bubble gum shrimp.
The Bubba Gump shrimp.
And he has gumbo in there?
Yeah. That's his thing.
He's like gumbo.
Oh,
he loves gumbo. Like Bubba.
I just watched like someone watching that movie
Bubba
too.
Gump shrimp.
Yeah.
I thought it was just about shrimp. I should have put two and two together because
That's why I always thought it was
he's also from the
seafood
South,
because he's always like he likes gumbo and he has shrimp in it. And they made a real restaurant of that.
Yeah, they did.
Oh wait,
Yep.
I just realized wow, this took me until this very moment in time that Forrest Gump takes real references and puts them into his movies. Yeah, that was.
Yeah. And I like to say I'm the person that ran the 10 miles or the around America. That was me.
That's a true story.
And I'm the one with the beard.
Dude.
That's also true. I just fact checked both of those things.
Yeah.
They are accurate.
Okay, all right, guys. Knives 3, Wake Up Dead Man talks about Detective Benoit Blanc going to I don't know. I don't remember where the location was, but it's going to go to Mons Jefferson Wicks Church.
I believe it was in New York.
Was it New York?
Yeah,
Is that where
he was from Albany, New York.
Oh, I thought he went to Italy, but then I was like, can't be because, you know.
Everybody spoke English.
Yeah, bro. Well, we don't know that. You know, there's some films that still do that. You know, they pretend that they're speaking. Like, you know, like in the beginning of Frankenstein, they all speaking in French or whatever. And then all of a sudden, they all know English.
Fair.
Anyway, so Detective Benoit Blanc is being called over because of the Father Judd, which is a weird name to me. Father Judd. Father Judd was he knocked somebody out. He knocked one of the, what are they called? Shire boys?
No,
Friar boys. A deacon. He knocked out a deacon.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, bop, like, bop. You know, you can get these paps. Bop, you know what I'm saying?
He was a boxer before.
Yeah, he was a boxer, yes.
But he
and
killed
not
a
the
man.
dog breed. Yes. He was a boxer, and he accidentally
Killed a man.
with hot red in his heart.
What he said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And
Fireball.
and and I think that is a very important part. So like if you guys haven't seen it already, and we've already spoiled this much, it's your fault.
That's just the intro. I
your
was
fault.
like,
yeah.
I know.
well, actually, except for him killing a person, that part actually comes about halfway through the movie. But it's not like super relevant.
It actually happens a third in the movie because it was revealed pretty early on. And then there was
you're right. Yeah,
there was like 2 hours left of film. I was like, oh my gosh, was that not a revelation? I was like, I guess we're just gonna just ways on past because I was just saying it sounds like it was an accident. Whether he had hatred in his heart or not, no, it wasn't like he was like pummeling him until death. Because if he's boxing and it was in an official match, he just got the other boxer, the opponent, was unlucky. Anyway, Judd was punished and he had to go to Jefferson Wicks Monastery or church, and he had to assist him. And the only reason why he was chosen was because the higher up of his church, who has a very potty mouth, he was cursing a storm, and he's like, no, I think you could do good here, and which is crazy because I was just like, I think that guy is like, he must be the priest of all priests because he knew what was going. He knew what was going on at the Jefferson Wicks church.
What's his face? The bishop.
Oh, you're talking about Thanos?
Not that. Thanos is Wicks.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the guy that gave him
the bishop.
The job. He was bishop.
Oh, Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah. Jeffrey Wright is his name.
Yeah, Jeffrey Wright.
Oh. Bishop Langstrom.
The Watcher.
Yes, the Watcher. Yes. Yes, the Watcher.
The Watcher.
Wait, he's the voice of the Watcher?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, man.
I thought it was somebody
I gotta
else.
say, a lot of Marvel people has been in the Knives Out film.
That's true.
Yeah, Captain America number 1.
And Drax in number 2.
Yeah, Drax in number 2, and then there's
Crazy.
like 3 people in this one.
Now we have Cruella in this one.
You have Cruella. No, but you have Hawkeye.
Her character didn't change much either.
So we had Hawkeye and Thanos in this one.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. Was there a third?
No, I don't
Was there
think so.
a third?
I think you're right.
Because
that's it.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, right? Crazy.
Yeah, 007 was the main character.
Bro, I was this movie really threw me off at the beginning.
Bro,
So
same.
I watched this movie twice. The first time
did?
I didn't really watch it.
Dang, dedication.
right.
Because I fell asleep.
Oh,
But not because it was a bad movie. I thought it actually was a really great movie. But I was just, I think I woke up super early that day or that morning, and I was just like, and then my wife is like, let's watch the movie. And I'm like, okay. And we were watching it, and when he goes to the new church, what's his name? He's not a
Wicks. Monsieur Wicks.
Monsignor.
Monsignor.
Yeah, Monsignor Wicks Church, right? And he's like, take my confession. That was like the part I fell asleep right after that. Where Wicks tells him, can you take my confession? And then I'm just sitting there and he's just talking about like how many times he's masturbated, I guess is the only way I can say it. And how many times he's done it and where he's done it. I'm just like, yo, what the heck am I watching right now? This is super weird.
Yeah, and he kept talking about football plays, Hail Marys.
I know.
No, I'm kidding. Is it five Hail Marys and what was it?
Our fathers.
No, they didn't say our fathers though. They used a different word.
Yeah,
but it was but they are our fathers. But yeah. And so I was just like, whoa, this movie is crazy. And then I literally fell asleep.
That part of the movie was really like it was awkward. It really
it kind of jars you.
Yeah,
was this you? You're like, wait, what? Whoa.
Pretty much. I was like, what the heck am I watching right now? Like, this is weird. And then it got to the scene. Oh, you know how far I got? Because the last thing I remember was when he started talking to what was the lawyer's name? The lawyer lady?
The lawyer?
Yeah, the black woman who was taking care of
Vera.
her brother.
Vera Draven. Yeah, Vera is her name.
Huh?
Who was Vera?
Vera?
Oh, Vera.
Yeah.
Oh.
When he starts talking to her, that's where I'm just like, I started dozing off, and then I don't remember anything until I woke
Kerry
up.
Washington.
Huh?
No, keep going.
Yeah.
Vera is Kerry Washington.
Scandal.
Dude, she's so beautiful. Kerry Washington.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Just in
you see
case.
this. And you're not married. Sorry. Go on.
But then no, I just rewatched it again by myself after you mentioned watching the movie. I'm like,
Right.
I did watch it. I don't remember any of it though, and so I rewatched it. And I'm like, wow, this is actually a really good movie. That, like I said, that was the only part that was really like super jarring. Like
Yeah.
that was crazy. But the rest of the movie was very interesting. I loved it, and I've come to a conclusion. 2026, I have lost my ability to decipher clues and stuff, because you know how we were talking about Stranger Things and how we suck at premonitions and figuring things out.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I just suck in general, because in this whole movie I was convinced that so just so you guys know, Wick dies, right? Wick is dead.
Yeah, Wicks.
He gets murdered, hence why Detective Blanc comes, right? He needs to solve this murder. And I was convinced that Wick wasn't dead, that he somehow framed it and that he was alive, because, there was some really cool things. I don't know. I'm guessing it was done on purpose, but there were some really awesome things. But like one of the first scenes when he's getting Judd is getting a tour of the church, right? And they go to Wick's father's grave, which is not a grave. It's what do you call it? No, it's not a coliseum. What do you call those things? Like a tomb.
Like a tomb, yeah.
Yeah. A crypt. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. And they were saying, this crypt it has a Lazarus door, right? And so you could only open it from the outside or from the inside, right?
Yeah.
The outside, you have to like use a machine and everything to get it open. And so in my mind, as the movie's going and Wick is dead, I'm just like, Wick is alive. He's inside of there. He's going to open it from the inside because it's the only way you can open it. And he's going to the treasure or the inheritance that his father left is inside with him, and all this stuff. Like I got at least that part right, that the inheritance was inside of the crypt. But that Wick was the one behind it all, failed miserably at that. I did not get that part at all. That was I was just like, yo. And so then it was really great. I thought it was a great movie. And as we get deeper in, I like there are certain like scenes that I'm just like, yo, and certain things that were in there that I'm just like, yo, this is actually kind of brilliant, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Did you guys figure out the who was the murderer and all that?
No, I did not figure out who the murderer was. I had an idea who it was.
Yeah.
I didn't. Well, okay. Technically, I knew who. I guessed who planned it.
Yeah. Same.
But
same.
I did not know who
orchestrated
it. Oh, no, I know who orchestrated it. I don't know who executed it. Yeah.
So who did you think planned it?
It was the Martha.
Yeah.
Martha?
Yeah. I knew.
Wow.
I knew it was her because
I knew she was the one that planned it.
Because she's like the book lady, and the book lady knows a lot.
Yeah.
Like she
knows all the
She
stuff.
knows everything
all the
about
stuff,
Wicks.
yeah.
She knows everything about Wicks.
And so like she knows all the information, the time where he's going to be in certain places and stuff like that. So planning is going to be easier on her part.
Yeah.
But obviously she's not at the age to where she can do all the stuff she wants to do. So
Like murder someone?
yeah, so she has hence Dr. Nat. And I didn't know Dr. Nat was in it. He looked like he was just miserable and everything.
Because of his
because of the divorce. But then it's because his vulnerability is the reason why he was sucked into this whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. And she was the reason why she's the one that chose him. That's why.
Right.
And I think, and then the other thing though, however, you did guess right though.
That the treasure was
that Wicks didn't die. You were right.
No, Wicks did die.
Wicks did die.
Right, but like in the beginning when he supposedly died and was put in the crypt, you didn't believe he died, right?
Yeah, I didn't think he died.
Yeah, you were right.
No, he was dead.
He wasn't dead in there.
Yes, he was.
That was Samson that was in there.
Right. Samson was inside of the crypt.
So Samson,
but Wick was dead.
Right.
He died inside of the little closet area. He died in there.
In the closet?
No, they switched his body. Like right before Samson went inside the coffin, he just like got pushed out. So his body is like somewhere else.
Right.
But
I see.
like in the end, overall, Wicks he's dead.
He died.
Like the whole movie.
He died in that little closet, where he was resting or whatever, and they found him collapsed.
Yeah,
he was dead in there. So they explained it. He drank the thingy.
Yeah.
Right, and the Martha.
What was it called again? They like a something. It was an OL agent, like a
OL.
Like the last part was OL, like an or I don't know. Keep going.
Well, you figure that out. So he drinks that, passes out, right, and he had the fake wolf head sewn to his jacket. He didn't know that, right? And then the doctor comes in after the Father Judd walks out. He comes in and actually grabs the other one with the wolf and stabs him there and kills him in that spot.
Oh, right.
And so he's dead.
Right.
And then when they're all like, when Martha's like praying over him or saying, "You will rise again, you will rise again." Mm-hmm. By that point, Martha and Samson had removed Wick's body and put Samson inside of it.
Right.
And then so Samson was inside the thing. But what their plan was for the doctor to dissolve the body of Wick in his acid bath. Right, which is not how it turned out in the end.
Nope.
I mean, he was partially dissolved.
Partially in there, yeah. His hand's gone. Yeah,
I mean, the only part I got right was that the inheritance was inside of the crypt with him. Now, here's a super interesting thing. So it's called a Lazarus door, right?
Yeah.
Because the idea is because Lazarus died and he rose again, right? Jesus brought him back to life, and he came out of the
tomb.
The tomb, right? So I think it was also interesting that Samson is the one inside of the tomb, right?
Yeah.
It's called a Lazarus door, and the person who's waiting for him to come out is was it his wife?
It was Martha.
Is Martha his wife?
Martha is,
or just
their lover.
I think they just have some kind of love interest.
Oh, okay.
They love each other, yeah.
Right. So Martha in the Bible is the sister of Lazarus.
Oh no, it was a doctor. That doctor was the one holding the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Dr.
Martha,
Matt that was.
No. What I'm saying is, Martha is. I know there's the doctor waiting for him, but Martha is waiting for Samson to come out of the tomb, right? But her name is Martha, and she is the sister of Lazarus in the Bible, and it's called a Lazarus door of a tomb.
Okay,
right. So I thought it was just an interesting connection between Martha and Lazarus, and waiting for a person that she loves to come out of the tomb. Right. So I thought that was a pretty interesting.
That's a great connection.
That's a cool connection.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty dope.
Samson and Delilah? No, but there's no Delilah. I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut up.
Was there a Delilah?
No.
And Delilah didn't love Samson anyway.
There was a Geraldine Scott, aka Meg Griffin. Meg Griffin played.
From Family Guy?
She was she's the voice.
From that 70s
the
show.
voice of Meg Griffin.
Oh, I keep forgetting she is the voice of Meg Griffin. I totally
Mila
forgot
Kunis.
that.
Yeah. She was Geraldine.
She did a great job.
Yeah.
She did a great
I haven't
job.
seen her in a long time. What was the last thing she was in?
Ted.
Ted.
That's the last thing I ever can
Dang,
remember.
that's crazy.
Oh no, she was in Bad Moms recently. More recently than
really?
Ted. Yeah, she was in Bad Moms.
That's still like pre-COVID.
And I haven't even seen Bad Moms.
I think I did. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, okay. I agree because I like Mila Kunis. I like her acting in like more comedic ones. And this one, it was a little off because no one could really match her intensity. But then again, it was Benoit Blanc that normally was her on-screen counterpart.
Yeah.
So it made it funnier when she was more serious than he was. He's like, well, now wait a minute. Hold on.
Just like that.
I'll try to do my jambalaya voice. Well, now, if you just listen, my name is Detective Benoit Blanc. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
really good.
That's his shtick. Huh?
If he retires, you could take up the position. I think.
I'll just do the dub voice. I'll just dub.
Nice.
Dub.
You could be Benoit is.
Benoit Blanc. Israel Blanc. Yeah. No. So Dr. Nat waiting for Samson.
Yeah.
Samson gets killed.
That was sad.
That was the worst because that guy. So, by the way, he was my favorite character.
Samson?
Yeah.
He was the chillest of them all.
That dude listened to baseball games during mass. That's next level, dude.
When Martha wasn't catching him and going, hey, pay attention.
That's like that kid that in free run where he wasn't even in the testing, he was at home. Like, but his clones were at the test and he passed. Like, that's the kind of like thing that was going on for Samson. He was just like, yeah, I'm here. I praise, but I'm also the groundskeeper too. So this place would be running so smooth without me anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, all right. He got that confidence. That's why he got with Martha. She liked that.
Okay.
She liked that.
I don't dispute. I do not dispute.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of the actor too. So
no, I think
Thomas Church.
Samson was a great character. He and like of everybody that was there, he was the only real character, or the real a real person, right?
Yeah,
Everybody else had like these like other intentions, right?
Yeah.
Or they just had so much. They all had so much problems. All the characters were really good.
Oh, they were. They were. Yeah.
I think that's one of the best things of Knives Out. Every character in each of the three films have been really good characters. Like there's like they do a good job playing their roles, and you're just like, man, either you love them or you hate them, but but you're sitting there just going, dang, this is crazy sauce. So I thought they all did a really great job. But yeah, Samson was was like, the funniest thing is like the purest one of them all, right? He's like, I'm an alcoholic, I don't drink anymore, and I'm just trying to and Monsignor's Wick, he's the one helping me, and the whole time Monsignor is like drinking like shots or whatever inside of the closet, and so I did for a moment think it was Samson, like he found out and he like killed him for it, right?
Yeah, I can see that too, because he was the one who saw Father Judd throw the what piece of that, the wolf head?
Yeah, the wolf head, yeah.
And he was the only one that saw him, so I was like, suspect number one.
Right.
So I was like, all right, I think he is going to be involved in it somehow. But man, yeah, he got the shaft because Mr. Hawkeye here, he got that greed and kind of got him in the heart right there. But the funny thing is, not funny, I guess, but the crazy thing is that Father Judd was in all of the places that he was not supposed to be in, which made his story against him. Like, which made his, like, you know how you say you're guilty until proven innocent?
Yeah.
No, you're innocent until you're proven guilty.
Innocent,
yeah.
Thank you. But he was like guilty the whole time because he was like, I didn't do it, and da-da-da-da. And Benoit Blanc, he's really good at what he does, and every time he kept saying, this is impossible, you can't do this, I'm like, no, don't do that, stop because every time he says that, he puts it in our minds that we can't figure it out ourselves. So every time he says this is impossible to solve, then I'm like, shoot, if you can't solve it, then I can't either.
You're Detective Blanc. You're supposed to solve it.
I know. I was like, it's just a movie, but dang, I can't even solve it either.
I was just like, you have to have solved it, and I was like, I know why it was impossible. And so when he said that, right, I was like, I can't solve this. I was like, oh, he solved it already. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, he solved it already.
Especially when he said that in the very end. He was like multiple steps ahead because he had Martha come in, like, Father Judd, take her confession.
Yeah.
Boom. That's when all the tea spilled.
So this was my theory also. Like before I thought that Wick like faked his own death, and I thought he took like how there's some poisons or like drugs that you could take and you die to you're almost dead, but it looks like you're dead because you're like barely breathing, your heart kind of slows down to a point where it's like, and I'm like, maybe this small town doesn't have the equipment to detect these levels of like the heartbeat or whatever, and I'm just like, so I thought he took something that the doctor gave him to slow his heart down to the point where he was dead, right? But before that, when I actually thought somebody killed him, and in my mind, like the only thing that kept popping in my head was the Lazarus door, and I'm like, okay, Lazarus door has to do with something with this movie.
He was so
like,
fixated.
I was so fixated. So then I'm just like, wait, maybe in that closet, the wall behind him is a Lazarus door that can only be pushed from the other side.
I thought the same thing.
Right?
Yeah.
And then somebody came in, stabbed them, and walked back out
Yeah.
and closed the door on their way out.
Yeah.
That was like the only thing going through my mind the whole time. I was like, this has got to
Well,
be
they
the way.
disproved it. They disproved it in the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Once
Yeah.
it
I was like,
looked like it
damn
wasn't working anymore,
Yeah,
I was like, I guess my theory is wrong.
I did a light
And-
table flip. You know.
And that's when I'm like, okay, he faked his own death. He faked his own death.
Right,
That's the only explanation.
At least that was the plan, right?
Yeah. Speaking of drugs, it was pentobarbital. Pentobarbital?
I thought it was the same thing that they
yeah.
used in Stranger Things. But it was benzos or whatever like that. Remember they needed drugs from the hospital?
Oh, yeah.
In the finale?
Yeah.
I thought it was this. I was like, is that the same
one?
drug? No. I think
No, because
benzos or whatever they call it.
Benzobarbital?
Benzobarbital. It might be the same.
The pento and benzo just means certain
I forgot you
molecule
guys are
is
in the medical
attached.
field. My
Yeah.
bad. I had no
Yeah.
idea if it was that or
Yeah,
not.
Yeah, it's in the same family, but just different,
Yeah,
You guys are
characteristics.
nerds.
Yeah.
These guys save lives. Can you believe that? Oh my gosh. I only heal lives. These guys save them.
He saves
Am I
hearts
right?
He
with
saves
his
it.
music.
Yeah, this guy fixes hearts.
This guy breaks hearts.
Nice. Nice.
Don't mess with his guys.
Anyway,
So-
we're talking drugs.
What a great segue.
That's what we're talking about, right?
Talking about drugs.
Word
No,
up.
I'm just kidding.
So Lazarus.
Yeah, Lazarus.
No, so
Lazarus.
I thought that.
Yeah.
Now, there's something really dope that happened a few times in this movie. I don't know if you guys caught it, and I hope you did, because I think it was really kind of an amazing thing that happened with Father Judd. So when Father Judd and Professor Blanc, or not Professor Blanc, Detective Blanc, when they first met each other, right?
Yeah.
And they started talking and then because Father Judd asks Blanc if he's a believer.
He kind of interrogates him a little bit.
Yeah. But he asks him, "Are you a believer?"
Right.
And then he's like, "Why not?" Right? Because he says, "Oh no, I don't believe in that kind of fairy tales or whatever." And he's like, "Why not?" And so he goes into this whole spiel of why he doesn't believe in God and all this stuff. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but as he's speaking, the room starts to get really dark.
Yes.
Right? It gets cloudy and gloomy.
I saw
right?
that. I saw that.
And then it goes to, and then he's like, "Why do you believe?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so Father Judd starts to speak, and as he's speaking and in showing his faith in God, the room starts to brighten up again and clear up. And I'm like, "Ooh, that was clean."
I saw that.
Right?
I was telling my wife, I'm like, did you see that? She's like, what? What is it?
Oh, what a miss.
Dang,
It's
you hearing
dark.
this? He's
It's
calling
dark.
you out right now.
And then I'm like, the enlightenment, guys.
Yeah.
I was like, that's just clean.
And
Yeah.
then later, when Judd is facing the conflict with his faith, because he's like, things are not going, and he starts to feel the panic and the anxiety, the room starts to again get dark. There's another scene where he like starts freaking out, and he's like going off about how how this is not working out, and why is this all happening, and the room is getting dark again. And then I don't know if it was him or somebody else, but somebody starts speaking, and then the room lights up again, because it's that like encouragement to keep pushing forward, and and then he's encouraged again to believe in God. And I was like, yo, those few scenes were amazing.
All right, I thought I was the one who saw that, but no, you picked that up too. And I was just
it was
like,
good.
I was like, this is weird. It's either they're doing something with the lights in the background, or it's just very cloudy where there's filming.
There was a moment I was like, there is no way that they just left this scene where there's a cloud coming across their lighting or something. Like, they did not use real sun, did they?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is intentional. You know, it was intentional for
Very
sure.
possible, though.
No.
I like to be optimistic about certain scenes like this.
No, it was really good stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of scenes, the camera work in this movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's this one part where I don't know who, I think they were zooming in on Samson. That thing was way far back, and then zoom all the way to where you can see all of his like facial features and everything. I'm like, what kind of camera is that?
They got that 200 millimeter lens going on there.
You need like two people holding that thing or something.
I
Three stands.
I gotta say that the film work in the movie was really good. Yeah, like I agree with you guys, like 100%. Like a lot of it, I was like, it almost seemed like it was too natural, very, very supernatural, I guess, so to speak. Like if you know, you like how you like that little thing that I didn't mean to do. Yeah, dude. You like that? How I did that?
This guy.
No, but actually, now I have to kind of talk about it before I forget about it. I realized that this episode and the last, Catholicism is a big deal. I didn't know they had deacons in that church. I thought it was like friars or something like that. But it was really interesting to see where Wicks. He was called Monsignor. Is that what he was called?
He
What
was
is
a
a Monsignor? What is that?
Monsignor is like a higher level than a father, but lower than a bishop.
Yeah.
It's a rank.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So okay.
I think
like lieutenant officers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think I could
or
be
like
wrong.
Baron and
any of the Catholic brothers and sisters out there, you can clarify this, but I'm pretty sure like the highest you can be before a pope is a bishop.
Oh, okay. So then,
no. It's a cardinal. Is that what it is?
Cardinals.
Cardinal.
Oh yeah, cardinal is right below Pope.
Did you watch that movie?
Conclave. Yes, I was about to talk about that. Conclave. I was like, they were not a bunch of bishops or bishops in there. I was like, those guys are in red.
Yeah.
Red like the Arizona Cardinals.
Wait, is that where it came from?
Yeah. No. So okay, like. I had to just kind of get that out of there because I was just like, what is Monsignor? Like, what is that? I've never heard of that term before.
Yeah, it's just a higher level, a higher ranking.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So it goes deacon, priest, bishop, cardinal, archbishop, patriarch, pope, and then Monsignor, and then abbot.
Monsignor's above a pope?
Well, Monsignor, it says it's an honorary title for priests, often indicating administrative or honorific status, not a higher
so it's
sacrament.
it's not in any specific order then.
Yeah, it's just like a to decide.
Oh, I see. Because I was like, bishop was said before, or like.
Yeah. No, Monsignor is definitely below a bishop.
Yeah,
okay.
below bishop.
For sure.
Yeah, it's just a father with a title.
Answers?
That was
No, I asked Google, okay?
Google always gives you. Have you
Gemini answer.
Have you seen Tony Statovich new TikTok post? He was like, whenever you try to Google something, AI comes in the middle of it. He's like, yo, Google, what is this and that, and then it shows the information, but then some AI dude comes in the middle and answers for you.
I did not see that.
Oh, dude, that was such a funny. It's a little short.
What I did watch was somebody trying to ask AI how to spell strawberry, and it spelled it, and then it asked how many R's are in strawberry, and they kept saying 2, even though they spelled it with 3 R's. And it's like, spell straw, and they spelled it, how many R's in straw? 1. Spell berry, and it spells it, how many R's in berry? 1. But it spelled it with 2. Like, the AI could not count how many R's. I was like, yo, that's kind of crazy, though.
That is weird.
That's kind of scary.
Even though it was spelling it correctly, it couldn't count 3 R's when it needed to.
And the crazy thing is that the generation after us, they're gonna be totally convinced that there's gonna be 2 R's instead of 3.
It's a strawberry.
Strawberry, dude.
Strawberry.
Strawberry.
Or like my buddy back in
Strawberry.
high school, Strawberry.
Squaw?
Yeah, Scraw. Like
Scraw?
It was like a KR. Dude, like whenever he wanted to go to the strip, he would say the script. It was funny. I forgot where he was from. But young kid.
Yeah, he's dying over here.
That was so random.
You took him out.
Like the thing here, like a squaw, like a bird squaw.
This came out of nowhere.
You caught him off guard.
Dead.
Man.
Off point guard.
If you guys,
Point guard.
Okay, so
if you start a podcast, start it with your friends. You're gonna laugh the whole time.
yeah, for real.
He gets scars like this.
So throughout, what was really cool about Judd's character is, throughout the beginning, after he was already framed for the murder of Wicks, that's the dog next door. She's him. She's the dog next door.
I thought somebody just whooped.
No. So Judd's character, he was kind of in a rush to try to save himself from perjury, I guess. And he's on the phone with the person that the people that hire to take the door off, right?
Yeah.
And then she's all like, totally not listening to what he needs. Completely I was just like, oh my gosh, I would not be able to handle this woman if I was like in the mind state that he was in, right? And then she pauses, and he's now trying to get her off the phone, and then she starts to cry, and she needs help. She essentially needs help, and then Benoit Blanc is like, what's going on? Like, he's like, oh, hold on. And then he's like, yeah, I can pray for you. And he does all that. And then he does his duty. Like, that was his whole thing. That was such a pivotal point for him.
Super impactful.
And for me to I'm like, okay, this dude is for real. Like, he chose this life.
Right.
Like, he is definitely doing better. He's putting in the work to do better and under God. You know what I mean? Like, he did that. That was such a cool thing because, and then that's where he's all like, where I guess he put the phone to his side. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, what I'm supposed to be doing, like what I originally am here for.
Yeah.
I was just like, dude, you cool, man. You cool. Like, like if it wasn't for Samson's nonchalantness, I would have think that Judd would have probably been my next, or would have been my favorite character. But yeah, no, I was excited. Such a class act. He reminds me of Brooke from One Piece.
He would say One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who Brooke is. I'm not that far, that's why. Sorry. I'm not a real One Fan.
Yeah. I would have said
One Fan, One Piece. A One Piece fan. Man, say that 10 times fast.
Peace One Fan.
That's exactly what I said.
One pan feast.
Feast?
Nice. That sounds delicious, actually.
Oh, dude, that took the air out of my chest just now. That was so funny. I'm so sorry.
What were you going to say?
Oh, no, you're... no, I was going to say that Father Joe would be my favorite character.
Yeah.
And then Blanc, of course.
No, I mean, Blanc is such a great character, period. Like...
Yeah,
dude. He's just the way he just goes about things. He's like so nonchalant about like just like no wait we don't want
very cavalier.
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Let's back it up, guys. And like such a contrast to the sheriff, or was she a sheriff? Or the police officer.
I believe so.
Right? Like such a contrast. She's super serious, needs to figure this out, and he's just like, wait, let's trust me, I've done this. I've done this at least 3 times. And so I agree. I really enjoyed Father Judd's character. I think just his whole demeanor. He's like, I think it's because when you look at like a priest or a pastor or a reverend of some sort, you think of them having everything figured out. Mm-hmm. That they're solid in their faith, they're walking the path and all this stuff. And so here's Judd, who's like he still curses, he still punches people, even though in his heart he doesn't want to. He wants it, like he said, I want to do this, not this, right? He wants to embrace people and not fight people. And you're just like, man, this character is so dope. And then he has those moments where you can see the doubt creeping into him, but then he reaffirms his faith, right? And he's like, nah, like, I know that God is real. I know God is doing this for a reason, all this stuff. And yeah, he's consumed by him getting framed for the murder of Wick. And then, I guess maybe for a moment, consumed with the idea of finding the treasure, the inheritance, and maybe for himself. Because, let's be honest, the dude who's Wick's son, we find out that that's his son, right? What is his name?
Oh, you talking about the influencer?
Yeah, the one. God, his character was truly the worst character in the whole.
Was his name Cy Draven?
Yeah. So it's like
Vera's brother
does not deserve the inheritance whatsoever, right? And 100%. So I think for a moment there was that like the moment like of greed. They like, oh, I want this, right? And the moment that woman is like, I need help. I need you to pray for me. And then she's like explaining how her mom and her have been fighting and her mom is going to die and all this stuff. And then in that moment, he's like that revelation of, oh, shoot, wait, this is not my job. This is my job. This
Right.
helping people, comforting them in their moments of need,
Being there.
and and then he gets like, hey, and Blanc is like, hey, like we got things to do. Like get off the phone. Like, and he's like, nah, you're gonna have to give me a moment. And it's daytime. And then when it goes back, it's nighttime.
Yeah.
He's been talking to her for a while.
Hours.
And Blanc is just sitting at the desk going, what the heck is going on? And Blanc, he's not a believer, so he doesn't care about this. For him, it's just a waste of time, right? So, but then he finishes with that woman and says, like, call me anytime, day or night, and I'll be there, whatever. And with that, she calls him later to let him know, hey, Wick is the one that actually put in the order for the door to be removed, and because he took the time to help her, that she was so quick in responding back to him. Right? Because
the next day, right?
No, that night, like later on that night, because she's like, I
2
know,
3 in the morning.
yeah,
right?
yeah. She's like, I know it's super late, but you said you wanted this really early. At the moment I got it, so here it is. Blah 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 blah. And you're just like, yeah. I mean, his character, to me, I agree. Judd was definitely the best character.
Yeah.
Samson was second. I just like Samson. He's just cool, man. He's just cool guy.
Cool dude.
Like,
just loves his girl.
Yeah.
Goes to church for his girl.
He wanted to sit and drink a non-alcoholic beverage because he's sober now.
Yeah.
But, you just want to sit there and drink it while you're watching baseball with him.
Tends to the land.
Yeah.
Yeah, his character was such a good character. But Judd definitely was like, he definitely stole the show.
Main character energy.
Fantastic stuff. Like, even of all the other characters from all the other ones, I think Judd's character was probably my favorite character. I just enjoyed him a lot. He just did a great job of playing that character. And then the end was great, where they do when Martha drops the what was it? Was it the eye of what was the stone called? Was it the heart of Eve, or the eye of Eve, or whatever it was, the treasure of Eve? It was something of Eve.
Mm-hmm. Apple of Eve.
The apple of Eve. And she drops it, and it's laying there, and Blanc and Judd look at each other, and Blanc goes, and then just walks out. He's like, I didn't see anything. Do what you want with it.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That's funny. No, so during Martha's confession, this is where I really respected her character. Mm-hmm. Glenn Close obviously is an incredible actress. She when she was doing her confessional, or did her confession with Wicks comes out like all like hot and bothered. Yeah. I was just like, what happened in there? I thought she was with Samson. I was just, what's going on here, right? I was like, what kind of show is this?
I definitely thought that too.
I was like, why is he out? Yeah. I was just like, I was like, what was that about? Because he was weird. He talks about masturbation and whatnot. So I was just assuming that
something weird happened,
right?
There.
But then he had I guess he had erectile dysfunction. So that theory kind of went out the wall, went out the room, or whatever the phrase is. And she said that when she was in the confessional, she said she confessed to the wrong father.
Yep.
And I was just like, oh, that sucks. Because I mean, granted, if she did tell him, that bad boy would have been finished, or it would have been taken care of by the weekend. Yeah. You know what I mean? And Wicks would have never have known. You know? Yeah. And that's the thing. I was just like, man. And yeah, so that's the whole reason why Wicks and Dr. Nat in the end were killed. And of course, by the time that she found out Samson was dead, she's like, oh, you gonna kill my baby? My boo? Nah, dog. She's like, And then, so she was, talking about how, Dr. Nat was basically saying, I didn't mean to do this, but, it had to be done. Basically what she was saying. But he didn't realize that she already changed the
switch of drinks.
Yeah, switch of drinks. And then that's when he's like, oh no. I didn't think you could think of that. Whatever the case is, that was the craziest thing. And then she put Dr. Nat in the tub. Never saw that coming until you saw his little like washer on top of his ring, which is a weird little wedding ring thing that he had.
Yeah, it looked like a
nut,
bolt,
right?
like a nut. Yeah, I was like, okay,
what
I guess.
That?
I'm like, if you were a mechanic or something, or like some kind of engineer, I could understand. But you're a doctor. Why does it look like a nut? That was
true. His machines.
And another thing too was the Simone character, she was the one in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
And you know, she was like dropping bucks on top of the church for some kind of weird miracle. I was just like, girl, what are you doing? I was like, you know, but you know, she needed it. She needed something. She was going through it, right? And then the way that, you know, after the whole thing with the confessional with Martha and him walking out the way he did, and then the way that he kind of like, it looks like he's coveting her in a way, but he's just being. That's just how he is with everybody, I guess. I'm assuming. It just looked weird that the camera would focus on when she was there, but it was actually to highlight her character as the benefactor of the land, essentially, right? And then there was certain people that he kept the regulars in this church. There was a reason he did that, and at the time, it didn't matter to me, but I guess it was just to kind of give us a general idea of who had motive. And you know who was there. Right. Like I already knew that the author guy was not the killer or an orchestrator. That dude is just following the group, right?
Right.
I knew that it wasn't Simone because she was in a wheelchair. I mean, she can't do half of the things. You know, it's just like
the part where she gets up and Martha's like, it's a miracle. And she looks at like, I can walk. It just hurts.
It just hurts.
yeah.
Tear, whatever it was. I was dying.
She was so, and the lady, she was so like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Martha was.
But it was at that moment I was like, oh, she's a suspect too.
Yeah, no. So when she stood up, there was a video on TikTok that I saw of this guy putting up he was setting up his new wheelchair. All right. Oh no, that was the second video. The first video was he was setting up his Christmas tree. So he goes up to the door, and the Christmas tree was in a box, so he grabbed it. And then all of a sudden, you see him stand up and put stuff on, and then sit back down, and then he's sitting down on the ground, right? He does all three positions. Standing up, sitting on his chair, sitting down on the ground. All three. But he doesn't stand up until maybe a minute into the video. So we're like, dang, how's he going to do this? He's by himself. He lives on his own. He got to do this Christmas tree. He stands up. Yo, you look at the comments, everybody's like, yo, how are you standing right now?
It's a miracle.
Yeah. It's a Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle.
And so that's why when she stood up in there, I was just like, oh, she's probably one of those, she can stand up for very little.
Yeah.
You know? And then so when she said that, I was just like, that's a fair assessment considering the comments that I saw in that video.
Yeah.
People were like, what? How is that possible? He's like everybody, all of us is like, for my entire life, I've never seen anybody who's able to walk and be on a wheelchair. I'll just say, well, your world's about to be shook.
No, yeah, that was a hilarious part. I was dying because Martha was so genuine about, oh my gosh, this was crazy. And talking about Martha, I said Samson was the real one, right? Because he was honest all the way through. He was just that character that was he didn't have any hidden motives.
He's reliable. Yeah.
Martha was also the real one. She was faithful until the end, right? She was faithful especially to Wick's father, Wick Senior, right?
Uncle Wicks.
Yeah. She was super faithful with him and everything, and but she is that dangerous fanatic where it's so on there that look what she did to Wick's mom, right? Where she calls her, what was it? What was a harlot whore?
Harlot whore, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're just like, dang. And I'm like, you're 12 or something. What the heck? Yeah. Why are you talking like this? But she's so convinced of this, and I was just like,
yeah.
But it was really awesome that at the end, Judd is pretty much, ask, forgive,
mm-hmm.
and then she's asking, she's like, please, I'm sorry to this person, I'm sorry to that person, I'm sorry to this person, and then she's into Wick's mom, right? And she you can see she's like, no, that's the only person I won't say, because I saw the torture she kept putting to Father Wick's, the higher one, and she's like, I'm not gonna take her too. You need to ask for her forgiveness. You need to forgive her. And then at that last second, she's like, I am sorry. And she lets go. That was the last thing she needed, right? It's it's dangerous because you can have faith, but when your faith is twisted tainted with
right.
hatred, that's a dangerous mixture of things, right? Because you think you're doing things for righteous reason, but the whole time it's a self-righteous reason that you're doing things, and that's her character. She's very self-righteous throughout the whole thing, but she thinks she's being loyal and righteous and faithful, and the whole time she's only doing things for herself, right? And you're just like, but at that last moment, you just see in her character, like, just let everything go, let all of the hatred go. And then she's like, no, I was wrong. And then I was like, oh, that's cool.
It's kind of like good intentions with bad reason.
Right.
You know, so it's...
Yeah. No, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought there was like a lot of good stuff in it. It was just such a fun movie. I'm so glad I watched it twice. And I hate, what's her name?
1.5. Huh?
Sai.
Yeah.
God, his character was the worst.
Yeah, this is annoying.
Yeah, I was just like, dude, sit down.
I was really hoping he'd get hit by a bus or something. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And you could tell his character was like, he had no sense of like reality. I tried the pro gun thing. I tried the pro this thing. I tried that thing, and I tried all the things, and none of it stuck. It's like, because you think they're things. Yeah. Like, you have no idea what people really want, and you're just like shooting in the dark and hoping something will stick. You know?
He didn't have political know-how.
He just wanted to be. Yeah. He just wanted power.
Yeah. And
riches.
Well, he wanted the riches so he could gain power
or influence.
Like he wanted influence, and he didn't have it. That's why he was like doing the influencer stuff, and that's why he was just like, yo, somebody or these guys had a lot of laundry. Remember, he was just like, this was going on.
Yeah, I mean, he recorded everything. Yeah, I'm like, how do you all just let him record you like that? Like, you guys are self-criminating all of yourselves with this. Like, you guys don't even realize I will say this about Wick's character. There was a moment I thought that he was going to redeem himself, right? When he starts yelling at, like, all that the people, it was the Good Friday.
The secret meeting?
The Good Friday.
Right. The Good Friday and the secret meeting. And he's like, when they start revealing what he was saying at the Good Friday mass, and he's like, you're all evil and all this, blah, 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 blah. And at the meeting, he starts like outing everybody. He's like, I'm going to burn all of you. I was like, oh. And then when he throws a book at Judd to get him out of the room, and in my mind, I'm like, oh, he doesn't want to incriminate him. He wants it.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, actually.
He's trying to keep him safe from the rest of them. And I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
No, he was just bad all the way through.
Yeah.
He let his son, who is Sai, by the way, we didn't even know that he was his son until the very end, right?
Yeah.
But like...
Well, no, we did.
Well,
Vera was the one, because Vera was the next Wicks in line.
Vera? Who's Vera?
Vera and Sai. Remember, Vera is Kerry Washington.
Oh, she's not a Wick.
She isn't? So,
No.
So why did Sai have to live with her?
Because Vera's dad, who's best friend with Wick, made him go live with her.
I see. That's such a weird family dynamic.
Yeah. And I felt the person I felt the worst for was Vera, and then the one in the wheelchair.
Oh, Simone?
Yeah, because Simone was just like, she just got hustled for all of her money.
She did.
Yeah.
And Vera, she just got screwed because she wanted to please her dad so much that she ruined her own life to take care of a freaking brat.
Yeah.
Like, this guy, I'm like, oh, I was totally... If I have one negative thing to say is I wish he got hit by a bus. Or struck by lightning.
Is that a negative or is that like a...
Divine punishment for him. That's what I wanted.
That's the negative you wanted. I like it, actually, thinking about it that way. Looking at it that way, yeah.
That would be my only negative, is that Sai survived throughout it.
Right?
Die. I want him to die.
No.
He was horrible. He was a horrible
all the way through.
All the way through.
He was like, I'm done with this character.
Go be with your daddy in hell.
Go be happy. No, but this movie was actually really good. I want to say this is probably one of the favorites of the three.
Yes.
I agree.
You know, so I'm going to go and give this an A.
What?
Or for in your guys' case, a 9.1 or 9.2 right there.
What?
9.15? 9.15?
Well, actually, I said an A, right? So it's not an A minus. So it'd be more like a 9.5.
9.5.
9.4, 9.5.
6.2.
It's pretty high.
0.3.
I liked it better than Frankenstein.
What?
It's because I just like the comedic parts to it. You know, it's really good.
That's true. I did see it in one whole piece also. So
Oh, you one sitting?
yeah, one sitting. Yeah, unlike some people.
Saw it once, only needed it once. You know.
I did watch it twice, huh?
Well, not the whole. Well,
Not
your
the-
body watched it twice
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I woke up in between the movies at some point and like
to
and
get
then
up
just-
to use the restroom or something. Like
No,
that.
just like something happened and then I passed out again, but
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
remember it. My brain didn't like record any of that information.
Like, oh, someone died.
What did you give it?
I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of
as
10.
Well.
Very nice.
9.
Yeah, no, you know, I think I give it a 9.5. I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed it so much that like it left me with the desire to watch the first two again, just to like go
Yeah.
through it again. Because it was such a good movie, and I think the messages were in it were really good. They were just kind of had an inspiring feel to them.
Yeah.
So, and then the lighting scene where it got dim and bright. I don't know why. That was just like, yo, that's just
Symbolism.
so good
That was pretty good.
So nice.
It was foreshadowing.
and enlightening.
riveting.
No.
No.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up this episode. Follow us on IG, Facebook, X, and TikTok. You can catch all of our videos.
Wait. Can you do all of that in your gumbo accent?
Your
Is it gumbo?
jambalaya.
My jambalaya accent.
Your jambalaya
Yeah,
gumbo
do it again, do it again, do it
Oh,
again. Here we go, here we go.
try. All right. Well, that's going to wrap up this episode. Follow us on IG, Facebook, X, and TikTok. You can catch all of our videos, content on YouTube. Please leave a review as it will help this podcast grow. And join our community on Discord. Thanks for hanging out with us. And don't forget to turn it to 11.